to North Carolina and Bank of America Stadium here in Charlotte. Coming up, we've got what should... Here's the former Auburn kicker, Daniel Carlson, to get this one started. And off we go from uptown Charlotte. Fields in right around the goal line. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. Moore, the man in motion. Off of play action, Darnold. He's got his tight end. It's Tommy Tremble. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Play action. It's Darnold. He'll buy some time right. On the run, he'll let it go deep. Right sideline. And that is incomplete.
I'm looking at this one with my defensive eyeglasses on because you remember the old days when a tight end can run. Nowadays, not necessarily so. They gave it a shot downfield. That one incomplete.
A first carry for the Canadian-born Chuba Hubbard. And this will be taken across midfield and into Raider territory. Throwing here on third down, Darnold. And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line. Solid opening drive. Count this off with 6 and not 3.
Absolutely. As one of the better coaches in the league always tells me, on offense, I want to throw body blows all game long and finish it with uppercuts. Well, here are the body blows right now. He's hoping in one uppercut will take care of the end of this drive.
Yeah, give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
On any running play on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
Second down, another chance for Hubbard. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. In motion left here, Marshall. On third down, here's a run by Hubbard. When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot, he had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
The slot man in motion right. On fourth down, Darnold. He's going to have his running back. It's complete. And he is going to have a Panthers first down as they manage to convert. And that'll keep the drive alive. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. They'll set up the screen here for Hubbard. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. A terrific opening drive has them knocking on the door. 1st and goal. They'll run here with Hubbard. And this play doesn't go anywhere. Backwards, losing yardage to the 11. So they get pushed back to the 11. And here's 2nd and goal. Darnold. And it'll be caught in the end zone for the... Come up 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Escaping the pressure right. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Almost feels like anything you can do, we're going to try and match or do better. We've already seen one touchdown equal it on that throw.
Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Flush to his right. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
Well, so far in this drive, they've done some good work. They forced brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure, or do they play coverage on this down?
Throwing his Carr on 3rd down. He gets this to Devontae Adams. Again, they'll throw with Carr. Catch is made by Hunter Renfrow. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40. And forget about the run to set up the pass. They're just coming out throwing.
For the advantage, they feel like they have the matchups, and they're just attacking right now.
Yep, going to the air on the opening drive. On 1st and 10, here's Carr. Flushed out right. Lets this go for Renfrow downfield. Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by J.C. Horn. And the Panthers are going to have it here at their own 9-yard line. They exited the pocket trying to improvise. That was a tough throw, and unfortunately, it wound up in the wrong pair of hands.
And, Brandon, when you're on the run, sometimes your downfield vision can get skewed just a bit. Now, the beauty of extending a play is sometimes your receivers find their way open, but oftentimes you end up closing down part of the field and bringing those defenders to the ball. And that one was picked off.
And able to get it across the 20 before they get to it. 14 yards. Slot man moves right. Play fake, and it's Darnold. He's going to look deep for more. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had. Once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10. Here's Darnold. Being chased out left. He gets this one to Hubbard, complete. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. Faking the give, Darnold. And he slings one that's incomplete.
Well, they've been back on their heels a little bit here on this drive, but a chance to exhale just a little bit there with incompletion and escape this drive.
On 2nd down, here's a run with Hubbard. And they'll hold him to 3 there as he takes this up to the 47. And they'll send the tight end in motion here. Right back to Hubbard. And to the 49-yard line, but no further. And obviously, he is well short of the first. They snap it. They're going for it. Here's Darnold sliding out of the pocket. And this is caught. He hits more. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside now. They'll come up on a 1st and 10. They'll give this to Hubbard running right. And the ball is knocked out, and the Raiders pick it up. And this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line. And great effort. Does he get burned for that in film? He fought through some tackles. End result, though, a fumble.
It's going to be one of those situations where he'll get yelled at about the fumble. but at the same time get a check mark for the extra effort. And so it's one of those tough, tricky things for coaches. You don't want to coach, you just want them to be conscious of taking care of the football.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls that work. Now, they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover that plagued it on the last one.
On first down, Carr. He goes right back to Adams. That's complete. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. Give him back-to-back catches now. That one for 16 and another first down.
I like that one, partner. They go back-to-back with excellent gains. And really, it shouldn't be a surprise who they were throwing the ball to. He's their best guy.
Yeah, we knew that they would get him involved early. They're doubling down on getting him involved early.
Don't be surprised they'll come right back to him again. They haven't shown the propensity to be able to stop him.
They'll roll him out right. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try and pick up another first down.
Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. Again, he'll drop to throw. And he will not get away from the pressure here. Carr tackled down. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half. They'll bring a receiver in motion right. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And it's complete to Adams. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we still hurt. It's 1st and goal just outside the 5. Now Carr. Buying time to his left. And that one going to be off target and incomplete.
Well, you know me, whether you need it or not, I'm going to give a little unsolicited advice. Just throw it downfield out of the pocket, only if you're absolutely sure. Otherwise, use your running ability and try and get those yards a safer way.
They'll try again here from the 7 on 2nd and goal.
93.
Now Carr. Eluding the pressure right. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Now a timeout signal for him. They'll get him with 10 seconds to go before halftime.
Second goal, last thing you need to do is get pushed backwards to take a sack. But he couldn't find anywhere to go with the football. Had to eat it and ended up on the ground.
A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal. Carr now to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away. So another incompletion.
A little bit of credit to the defense here. They give him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
And he finds Waller in the end zone for a Raider touchdown. 7-yard line. Raider offense set to get this drive started. Well, the first half, very even. I mean, really, in all facets, this ball game tied, Charles. So as we start the 3rd quarter, Curious to see what the second half brings us.
Certainly am. I'm with you on that one, and we all know a lot of coaches from the NFL all the way down to the Pee-wee level. They love to spin it to their teams. Hey, we're starting a brand new, shorter ball game. It's all even. Let's go out and seize it. This is ours.
On first down, they go with Jacobs again. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7. On play action, it's Carr. And this will be caught by his big wide receiver. So from Panther territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 30-yard line. Carr going to give it to Jacobs. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
This defense, anything in the run game, case in point right there.
On 2nd and 11 now. Carr. Touchdown. Devontae Adams. 30. Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. Well, Charles, you and I said at intermission, feels like we're set up for a good second half. Well, the other side scored. Now it's up to them to answer. How do they respond here with their first drive of the second half?
Well, bottom line is they just saw the ball go in the end zone against their defense, and they saw what good offense looks like. They believe they've got a good offense as well. One of the best plays you've got to the play happen and climb back into this game, but you have to be careful. If you overdo it, you could turn it over and hurt your team.
Second down at 10, Darnold. Taking a shot here for Marshall. And this one nearly intercepted. Boy, that would have been a great time for their first pick. But instead,
simpler routes, instead of trying to get it all back in one shot, defense certainly appears to be ready for them. Try and get it back little by little instead of in big chunks.
He's going to look deep for more. And this is dropped. This time it's going to blow up in their face, CD.
Yeah, it certainly has. And look, I understand what they're trying to do. They're trailing right now, probably trying to generate some momentum. But that felt like one of those go-for-broke type of a plays in a situation where I don't know that they needed to do that. They still have opportunities, and in this case,
2nd and 8. From the gun, it's Carr. Forced out to his left. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down.
I think he's got to be careful as he continues to try to extend plays because he's already been intercepted in this game. And the coverage, they continue to challenge all of his receivers downfield.
Here's Carr to throw. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by J.C. Horn. And the Panthers are going to get the football here. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And they'll send the tight end in motion. After the interception, here's Darnold. Quick slant, caught by Moore. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. They'll fake the handoff. Now Darnold. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there at 2nd down. Darnold now to throw. And his throw is incomplete.
One of the best routes, one of the favorite routes of any play caller. He just ran that one. Nice little angle route. That's supposed to be a catch, and usually it is in running back drop.
Yeah, I mean, he's a running back, but he's got hands. He should have caught it. Caught by Tremble. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it in. Sports. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. Off of play action, Darnold. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets it down to the 30 there. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down.
I did like his decision-making there to make sure they picked up something instead of forcing a throw. Now they got more manageable play coming up to try and pick up the 1st down, and don't rule out the possibility that he just keeps it and runs again.
And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. Play action. It's Darnold. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. A wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now 2nd down.
Well, it is, and they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Darnold. And, oh, that would get a wind up incomplete. Nearly an interception in the end zone. Probably should have been. 3rd down coming up.
Yardage and some, they like to go for the big shot. No fear in risking a deep ball there, but it wasn't enough to get them the completion.
Throwing here on 3rd down. Darnold able to complete this to Chenault. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. Throwing again is Darnold. They'll set up the screen here for Hubbard. Touchdown, Panthers. Chuba Hubbard, a 5-yard touchdown. And the Panthers are an extra point away from tying this game here in the 4th. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And an important one that is as we are all tied now early in this 4th quarter. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. Abdullah's going to stay put, and the drive will start at the 25. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Well, they just gave up the score to tie it. That's the bad news. The good news, plenty of time in this 4th quarter to try to grab that lead back. Meanwhile, Carr's throw complete to Hollins. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. Throwing on 1st down is Carr. Renfro bringing it in over the middle. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48. Carr now on 1st down. Steps away to his left. Got a man. It's Darren Waller. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. He got 29 yards that time.
And partner, in a tie game in the 4th quarter, you and I both know in the NFL, that's when you lean on your stars, and he came through with a nice catch right there.
Into the red zone, it's Carr. And this is going to be intercepted. Jeremy Chin picks it off. And the Panthers are going to get this back to their own 34-yard line. And they were in a great position to take the lead, Charles. Obviously, all they needed was a field goal to do that. They wanted the touchdown. Unfortunately, they're going to get neither.
And you know every offense talks about the same thing each week, don't they, Brandon? They want to end every drive with a kick, whether it's a field goal attempt, a point after the touchdown, or at worst, a punt. This time they had that opportunity but didn't get it because you know the field shrinks that close to the end zone, and that allows a defense to tighten up their coverage, and they picked that one off. Flush to his right. And
Seeing no options, he just tosses this one away, incomplete. Now that'll bring up second down.
Well, sometimes the defense just beats you. Great coverage from the secondary. All of them in the proper position. And try again the next down.
From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10. To throw is Darnold. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Divine Diablo. And the Raiders are going to have great field position here as this is returned just shy of midfield. But just a lot going on there in the middle of the field, and this one winds up a turnover.
Yeah, they're running a crossing route here, and the idea of it is to get defenders confused about who to go with. But if you throw it too early, sometimes it's your quarterback that gets confused, and here he throws it into coverage and gets it intercepted.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. He's going to take a shot right away for the end zone. And this ball incomplete. Looked very much to be a catchable ball and could not hang on. Second down coming up. They'll send a receiver in motion left. Here's Carr. They'll find his tight end. That's Waller. This will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards. Carr. And that's knocked away and incomplete.
And this sets up for a huge call now on 4th down because you can try the long field goal. You could go for it. Or you could punt and play for overtime. I am so glad, partner, that I don't have to make those kind of decisions. Let's see what they decide.
Adams the man in motion right.
Hey, 734.
Throwing his Carr. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And this one is incomplete. The Raiders try it on 4th down, but to no avail. And the Panthers will get the football back. Boy, an incredibly aggressive move to go for it there. Game tied 4th quarter. You got to be surprised.
I am, and I know that we're in a new era of football where we look at the analytics sometimes, and a lot of time the analytics tell you to go for it, right? But do the analytics take into account game situation, where we are, all those things? In this situation, I thought it was an incredibly aggressive play.
It didn't work out, and again, tie game 4th quarter makes this thing a little bit more interesting. He's got this to the 30 before being taken down. A good pickup there, 26 yards. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Moore, the man in motion. Here's Darnold. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game.
Now that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense, so he kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist.
Now Darnold. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Rock Ya-Sin. And the Raiders are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And Charles, obviously not much time left. I'm curious to see if there's enough for them to get into field goal range and try to win this thing.
And partner, you and I both know the save calls to kneel and just take it into overtime.
He's got a man, complete. He stiff arms him. It's a big play there for Vegas. 74 yards. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in the football game. A game-winning field goal would be a chip shot from here. Let's see how they play it on 1st and goal. Here's Jacobs. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. And with inside of 10 seconds, 8 to be precise, we get whistles and a timeout on the field. Now from the 9, here's 2nd and goal. Now Carr. Flushed out right. Caught on the slant. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. Hunter Renfrow finding the end zone on the game's final play. So this one a victory for the Las Vegas Raiders. And they were really helped by their defense, forcing 3 turnovers.
I think what we saw in this one, today's defense